There are a lot of games out there, and really, a lot of them are pretty damn good. But some people just don't have the time or the patience to check them all out, especially since a lot of the best games are kind of old and can border on unplayable for some. That's where I come in, inbound from outer space to save the day and share with you not simply the most critically acclaimed or best-selling games of all time, but 3 perfect games to get your degree in their respective fields of geek credibility, or to recommend to those friends of yours who you know for a fact would out-nerd you any day of the week if they just open themselves up to the sweet, greasy river of fanatical, undying love for things which exist only in our palpitating hearts. Of all the Metroid games, this one is often ranked somewhere near the bottom of the list, but that's really more of an indication of how good the rest are than it is a slight against this one. Zero Mission is a recreation of the classic Metroid from way back in 1986, which, while great, and I loves me some Metroid, it's ridiculously hard to play through now that we're all aware of such things as maps and save points. 18 years later, Zero Mission was criticized upon its release in 2004 for a little bit of hand-holding, being a little short and maybe a bit too easy. It's by no means a bad game. In fact, it's a great game, a Reader's Digest version of a classic. The way I see it, there are 2 possible groups of people watching this video, and if you're not in the group of elitist Metroid pricks who already know all of this and hate me for not showing off my hardcore moves, Zero Mission is the game that will get you into a great series. Strategy games can be rather intimidating to the uninitiated. The problem is usually that they're just way too goddamn complicated for anybody with priorities in their lives to devote enough time to. Civilization solves this problem in a rather creative way, not by making it easier for the masses to play it, but by making it impossible for them to look away from the screen. By the time you've finished your first sit-down with Civ 3, you'll look up to realize 12 hours have passed and you are now officially a hardcore strategy gamer. It's this little button down here. After you make all of your moves, you click that button to end your turn, and you want to, because you've just set up a whole clusterfuck of trouble for your rival, and because the button is flashing as if to taunt you. Once you do click it, there's nothing you can do. Shit starts happening all over the map, and when control is finally returned to you, well, you're gonna want to make your next move, and god damn it, there it is again. This game will kill people. As for the question of why not Civ 4 instead of Civ 3, well, it's true that Civ 4 is more appealing in a great many ways. It's also quite a bit more complicated than Civ 3. Either will do, really, but if you want ever so slightly less to worry about your first foray into strategy gaming, 3 is probably a safer bet. Oh, Chrono Trigger. No stranger to the #1 slot in gaming top lists, but still, somehow, not anywhere near as well known as its RPG blood brother, Final Fantasy. The story of the game seems pretty generic, but the world and the characters are so well realized that you'll appreciate every single line of cheesy dialogue. Chrono Trigger allows you a huge amount of control over the way the story unfolds, taking place over multiple overlapping timelines in whatever order you choose, with your actions in each era directly affecting the future, making it so that you literally can't experience everything in one playthrough, though you're still likely to get 20 plus hours out of the 16-bit cartridge on your first run. One thing I very much appreciate about Chrono Trigger is the combat itself, as I've never been a big fan of the random encounters in traditional RPGs, or the repetitive nature of attacking through a menu system. Neither are present here. The battle menus come up when you make contact with an enemy, and the options for combat are so varied and modular that you will always have an important strategic role for each member of your party to play, and you'll always feel like you're in control of the combat. If you've never played a top-down RPG, or if you missed it in the mid-90s barrage of similar games, Chrono Trigger is far and away the best of its kind. If you like the Final Fantasy games, this is the recipe perfected. And if you've never played an RPG before at all, this is definitely the most immediately appealing and consistently fulfilling adventure you could choose to take.